everyone, Meg from Artfish42 again, coming right at you with another tutorial. Today's tutorial is going to be this gorgeous faux leather bottle. I hope you stick around. If you do like our videos, please subscribe below, hit that subscribe button and the like button so we could come and bring you more videos. Just a little heads up, the next video we do is going to include this gorgeous piece of furniture. We do hope you see. Here's the supply list you're going to need. Okay, for today's tutorial, you will need a wine bottle or any kind of glass bottle, and it doesn't matter the color. Some Mod Podge, I use the matte. Oak tag or a manila folder, we're going to be cutting this into squares and in different shapes. Craft acrylic paint, white for the bottom, and then any two complementary colors. Some brushes, I use a bristle brush and a foam brush. Small bowl or plate that you can hold some water in, paper towels or wet wipes, scissors, a buffing cloth, or an old t-shirt works great, paper plate to put your paint on, and not pictured, I have wax. I forgot to make a picture up, put that in the picture. I use the kind that you can use for chalk paint. You can use clear, white, or dark, just depending on what kind of effect you want, and a sanding block or fine grit sandpaper. All right, so what we are going to do first is we are going to take our bottle and we are going to put a little Mod Podge over here. We're gonna work in small areas so it doesn't dry out. It's very important that you put Mod Podge even where you're not going to put your square pieces, because you want the Mod Podge to be on the bottle so that your colors adhere to it and don't just flake off or rub off when you buff it, okay? My oak tag or my folder, I keep wanting to say a manila envelope, I don't know why, but it's a manila folder. I have different color squares. I did have these separated and until they fell, so now they're kind of all over the place. But some of them, I might make a little smaller. And what I'm going to do is make little circles. So I'm just gonna cut little circles. I'm gonna do this freehand, so you know they're never gonna come out perfect. If you are a person that needs absolute symmetry, needs to have your circle perfect, I mean, it's not too bad. If you need to have that, use a die cut or a punch, that's fine. I just tend to like something a little more organic. Let me see something. I'm gonna also make a couple that are a little bigger, not by much. But I'm just gonna go kind of around this. And you'll see you can make triangles, you can make whatever you want. But you know why? Because it's your project. And that's what I'm always saying. So now I have the two sizes. What's gonna happen is this is gonna go on top. So I'm just gonna take these, put these aside for a second. Mod Podge, always. I know they say don't shake it to roll it, so I'm kind of rolling because then you get air bubbles. So, but you want to always make sure it's stirred up. Or what happens, all the liquid part comes up to the top and you're left with just a gunky, sticky part on the bottom. So, what I am going to do, I also try not to put my brush back in because it can contaminate it with whatever you're using. So let's see. I'm gonna get some larger pieces and I'm gonna look at my bottle. I probably have to cut some more up anyway. I think I'm gonna do some smaller pieces down here because the bottle, I don't know if you can see this, the bottle curves. And if I just put a large piece, what's gonna end up happening is that bottom piece is gonna pop out. This is a thin oak tag, so
I actually could do it, and what I would want to do if I had a larger piece is I would just want to kind of bend it between my thumb and my forefinger, and then you can see how that bends. And if I did something like that, I could actually lie it on here pretty quickly. There's no gaps, so I can do that. But I think maybe I'll go like this. This is where you start laying out and start seeing what you want to do. So I could do a row of, there's still some water in here. I'm sorry, I washed it out when I took the labels off, and I guess there's still some water in there. I'm looking here, and there's a natural line here. So what I might do is just some little small pieces, then some larger rectangles, and then go into my squares. I'm gonna try it. Let's see. Finished this part. So what I've done is I've come up from the bottom to here. I made a band of long rectangle. Then I did my two circles. So you can see, and I don't know if you can see here, I did the larger circle on the bottom, and then I did the smaller circle right on top of it. So that's also going to give it some height dimension. Now, some people have said, you know, oh, I used to do this with masking tape, and you absolutely can do it with masking tape. I kind of like the oak tag because it's just a little thicker and it gives a little more dimension, which is just a personal taste that I like. Plus my nimble fingers, sarcasm inserted there, I can never do the masking tape because I end up screwing it up. So let's face it, it comes up to what do I do and what do I screw up. Now you see in between here, there's still a lot of bottles showing. I can do one of two things. I can take small pieces and add those in like this. I can keep them like that. I kind of actually like that. Let me see, let me do a little small piece here. Oh, I kind of like that. I think I might, you know what? I think I might continue that. Let me go to this next one. So I'm gonna go to this next one like this. Again, just pounce it a little bit with the, I do, I really like this. See, this is why I say I never have a plan because things happen. I really like that. All right, I'm gonna continue with this. All right, so now from here up, I'm going to do some of the smaller ones and I will come back to you with that. Okay, we're back. So this is the finished part of this. You can see the areas that I put the double pieces on that will raise them to give them more texture. I also tried something and I did some pieces of the oak tag around the lip, just so you wouldn't see the screw on. So what I'm going to do, and I'll end up covering that later, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an undercoat of color. And I think what I'm going to do is do the whole piece in white right now. So here we go. All right, so here's my piece here. I'm going to take my water and I'm just going to dip this in a little bit. It's not so it's soaking, but just so that it's a little damp. And I'm just gonna go around. And I'm gonna get on the glass. I wanna make sure I get in between. So see how I'm getting in between. So that Mod Podge that was on here is really kind of holding on to the paint, which is what we wanted. And this is just going to give it a nice base. And as I get down towards the bottom, I'm going to really wish that I had gloves on. And this is why I don't get my nails done. And you can see these pieces that I have the second piece on, and I'm hoping you can see it on camera. They really pop. They start really showing dimension. Again, getting in those crevices. Yeah, this is gonna be messy. So what I might have to do, I'm gonna take my little paper towel. I'm just gonna hold this like this. And when this dries, I will do the bottom of the glass. Now, I did not put Mod Podge on the bottom, but I will when this part is done and the white is dried, so that it will have the same look. All right. So just so you know, when I come back, the bottom will be done. Okay, and we're back. So these are all dry now. And what I'm going to do is go on to our color now. And I did the bottom. So this is all nice and dry, ready for our colors. So what I'll do is I'm gonna put this blue on first, I think. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. All right, and then I'll decide my second color later. So this color, I'm going to, I gotta mix this up first because it was sitting for a little bit, obviously, and it's separated. So I'm going to, where did I do with the other one? Okay. I seem to have left my water. I took it to clean the brush. Ooh, hello. Ooh, this is pretty. Ooh, that's pretty. So I'm going to put on the this blue. This is a lovely blue. What color is this? Blue Jay. And just a little FYI, if you wanted to, and this is kind of just what you wanted to do, look. Oops. You can just take back some of that color, and how pretty would that look as well? You can do the whole piece like that. Doing the top. All right, so you can see what it looks like. And again,
I'll come back when this dries. Okay, we are back. This is dry, this piece. So you'll see I did end up taking off just a little bit of the blue. I just wanted to try it in some areas to see, basically to see what it would look like. So what I'm going to do now is I think I'm gonna try this turquoise. Oh, it's aqua. As you know, I'm all about mixing colors and seeing what new colors I can make. I mean, this will get toned down a little bit when I add a little bit of water. What happens if I dip a little white in there? I don't want to lose the blue. So let me see if I do this with a wet one. Yeah, that's gonna take some of that off. Let me see if I do a little more of a white wash, or of a wash on here instead of color. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit more of that blue now, which is what I really wanted. I want a little bit of that blue showing through. I'm gonna let this dry as well, and I will see you when this dries. Okay, we are back. So now our bottle has dried completely. You can see on here the turquoise underneath and then the blue on top. What I'm going to do is take it, this is just it's a very old sand block. And I'm just gonna rough some of this up to take, see how beautiful that comes out, just a little bit off. Because what I want, oh, I mean, that actually looks beautiful. What I wanna do is put a dark wax on it, just to give it some dimension. Oh, this is looking great. I actually kind of like this as is, but I really wanna do the dark. So here's the thing, you can see that, you know, you try these things and you might say, oh, I like it just as is. I'm just gonna put a clear coat of wax or sealant over that. And that's great too. I like to try things. My thing is, worst case scenario, if it doesn't come out right, I strip it down and redo it. No biggie. You can't really make a mistake. It's just a different avenue. So what I'm doing with this is I'm kind of roughing it up. I'm taking back some of this color. As I said, I actually do like it as is, but I want, as I said, I want to do a dark wax. There's several ways you can do this. I mean, they have wax. This one has been used quite a bit, you see. This is just Joann's, Walmart, wherever you go, Michael's, they have a dark wax. This is an antiquing wax. The other way you can do your wax is if you do a white, a clear wax, put a little bit on a paper plate, and then you can do like a dark brown or an umber or a black acrylic paint, and then mix it in. Little bit of color goes a long way in the waxing. So what I'm gonna do today, just for time, I'm gonna use this. And again, I know I'm not supposed to shake it up like crazy. I'm just kind of
gently rolling it and doing all that stuff to move it around. I did have this like this before so that the colors are dropping. All right. Whew. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit on the plate. I have my buffing cloth here. Let's make sure I can see. All right, here we go. We're gonna try it. Oops, got it all in there. I'm hoping that's not. There we go. All right, let's just take a quick look. Oh, gorgeous. So here is my wax. Now what this is doing is taking down the color a little bit. It's creating dimension everywhere that I have a square. Again, I like it. I can do this and do the same thing with white or a white wax. I'm going to finish this. Well, I'll do a little bit. Oops. Again, don't paint with Meg because I always make a mess. The other day, brand new pants, loved them. Guess what I did? I got paint all over them. Why? Because I wasn't wearing an apron. Wear an apron, protect your clothes, unless you have specific clothes that are just for painting. Yeah, I do kind of like this. Okay. I might even go in and do this again, or I might do a little darker wax over this wax to give it even more dimension. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna go back over this brown. I'm gonna do a second coat. And let's see if I don't like it, then we'll bring it back a little bit. I just wanna see if I can get a little darker in between. Yeah, see? I like that. All right. But if, this is great to put on your credenza, on your bookcases. I will show you a picture at the end. Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna let this dry a little more, and then I'm gonna really buff it out, and I will get back to you. I want to show you quickly another one that I did. So this one, same basic premise. I painted this in the white. Over the white, I did this brown shoe polish. I let the brown shoe polish dry overnight. It came out very dark, and then I really buffed it out. And I liked it, but I needed a little something more. So I did kind of what I did with the blue here. I did with a true blue on this. So you can see when I buffed it off, I have some blue in there, I have some brown, and I just really love the color. What you're seeing on top is a little bit of jute. I'm gonna wrap it up in some jute. I tried it and I took it off, but I'm gonna redo that. So I'm going to come back and polish this up, and then I will show you the bottles on display. All right, see you in a little bit.